Hello and welcome to another edition of Play Me or Fade Me. And thank you for joining us as always. Well, it is time for 1,100 miles to the money line with Ken in Jersey and FatDaddy14. But before we bring on the stars of the show, I do have to say this. Oh, Coda Capra Kyle, 2-1 in Major League Baseball. But wouldn't you know, the one that he lost was the Minnesota Twins. So Juice Man Pace is talking a ton of trash right now. Oh, that's not good for me. But let's actually this show start with Fat Daddy 14. Fat Daddy 14, I will let you go first. Where's your first pick going tonight?
Good evening, action. And tonight, my first pick is going to be the Colorado Avalanche 60-minute money line at the -115. So that play right there, hey, the Avs, 26-9-6 home record, 5-0 at home in the playoffs. I'm trying to redeem myself from losing this same bet last week when they did win, but they won in overtime, so I lost my bet. I think, action, this is your mom's peach pie play of the day. Pace is on this at -1.5 for his play of the day. I'm not just a baseball and soccer guy. I'm a hockey guy too. So give me the Avs 60-minute money line at the -115.
Okay, thank you very much for that pick. And I think we might be having some technical issues with Ken in Jersey right now, unfortunately. So Fat Daddy 14, we're actually going to have you roll in to your next pick here. This is what I get for a live show. So why don't you go ahead with pick number 2?
Let's fly, man. So my second pick, we got the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line at the -111, and I got that great line on Better Edge. So Tampa hosts the Orioles on Wednesday with a 12-10 first pitch. The Rays are starting Jesse Schultens, who's 4-2 on the year with a 3.06 ERA and a serviceable bullpen. 2 starts, 7 appearances, usually goes 4 to 5 innings. He's only allowed more than 2 runs twice in those starts. But the O's, they're coming out with Shane Baz. He's 1-5 on the year with a 5.26 ERA. On the road, 0-3 with a 4.99 ERA. 3+ runs allowed in 6 of his last 7 starts. Hey, even lack of run support, only more than 3 runs. The O's have scored only more than 3 runs in the last 8 starts of his. So it's going to take more than that to beat the Rays at Tropicana tomorrow. So give me the Tampa Bay Rays on the money line at the -111.
Yeah, the Rays are definitely playing some good baseball, and we're going to try to bring in Ken in Jersey. And Fat Daddy 14, I don't think can hear me, but I think he can hear you. So if you can, why don't you do the handoff and tell him to give us his first pick?
Ken, can you hear us now, man? We would love to hear your first play of the night.
And if he can't hear you, that's not a good sign. So if he can't even hear you, we're in deep trouble. So yeah. I'm going to pull him back off the screen. This is what I get for going live. We're going through some technical challenges. We did some testing there. It worked for a moment, but yeah, live does that. But yeah, so far you have the group send on the Colorado Avalanche. This entire network is all in on the Avalanche. So if that goes sideways for us, we're all going to be broke. Then you went with the Rays, one of my favorite teams at the Trop. Where's your third pick going to be?
So my third pick, we're going with the Boston Red Sox, Kansas City Royals. No runs first inning at the -120. Connor Early isn't exactly elite, but he has no history versus KC. And this is a KC offense, a Royals offense that ranks near the bottom in runs scored and an 83% NERFI versus lefties. Then you got Michael Wacha, one of the Action Junkies Discord's favorite NERFI pitchers, going for KC. He's at home versus Boston, who's 92% NERFI versus right-handed pitchers. And over the last 3 years, he's like 80% to the no runs first inning. So for my third play, I got Boston Red Sox, Kansas City Royals, no runs first inning at the -120.
Okay, so Coda Capra Kyle did not give us an NERFI yesterday, but you did tonight, so I'm really happy about that. I always like that 6 inning or 6 out sweat. We just need 6 outs, no mark, and we're all very happy. We're going to make a second attempt here to go to Ken in Jersey. Fat Daddy 14, try to hand it off to him one more time.
Ken, are you with us this time? That's still nothing.
He is not with us. So this is going to continue to be a learning curve with the live episode today. So, FatDaddy14, keep on it rolling. Let's go with your fourth pick here.
So my fourth play, and following the same format that Ken and I have done for the past few weeks, our fourth quarter play has been our 2-unit play of the day. And so for my 2-unit play of the day this week on the podcast, we got the St. Louis Cardinals first 5 money line at the -118. So Cameron Mujinski is who starts tomorrow for the Pirates. He's 3-3 on the year with a 4.4 ERA. Decent history versus St. Louis hitters, but this season he's allowed 2 or more runs in the first 5 innings if he's lasted that long in his last 5 starts and 7 of his 9 starts on the campaign. Tomorrow, the Cardinals counter with Michael McGreevy. Love that name, by the way. So he's 3-2 on the year, 2.10 ERA. Action, he's got a .88 whip, which is 3rd in Major League Baseball. At home, in 4 starts, he's 1-0 with a 1.17 ERA. Only once in his 9 starts has he allowed more than 2 runs through the first 5. And in the last 4, it's been less than 2, including 2 shutouts. And he's gone 6 innings in each of those. So tomorrow, for my 2-unit play of the day, I'm going to back the St. Louis Cardinals first 5 money line at the -118.
Okay, so going a little first 5 action. You haven't done too many first 5s this year, have you?
Yeah, I love them, but I'm kind of picky. I got to make sure, they got to be right. I'm not just going to jump on them, and I like this one.
Okay. We'll roll with the Cardinals with you. And unfortunately, I've confirmed still no audio for Ken in Jersey. So you're going to keep rolling here, FatDaddy14. Let's go with your next one.
So for my 5th pick, let me get to it. So my 5th pick on the day is going to be, we've got the A's on the money line at the -116. That's tomorrow night. They're playing at the Angels, and as if technical difficulties aren't bad enough, my notes are now gone from that one. But the matchup favors the A's, and I got a great price. That one too is on Better Edge at the -116. So I'm taking the A's on the money line tomorrow at the Los Angeles Angels.
Okay, yeah, and the Angels, of course, got lucky with that. Being no hit into the 9th inning, got the 2-run homer to win on Monday. We'll find out how they do on Tuesday, if I have my days right. So that might be the rubber game of the series. I'm not sure, but
I'm not sure where they stand tonight, or if they hadn't even started, have they?
Well, I last I checked, it might have been 2-3-0, something like that. And I think the Angels or the Athletics were on top, if I remember right. But my memory's not the best right now, and I'm not going to dare touch anything else on the screen here because we are live with the show, and I may make a mistake with that. So, FatDaddy14, thanks for rolling through your 5 picks. We are going to make a final attempt to go to Ken in Jersey here to see if the audio will work for us or not. FatDaddy14, can you try him one last time to see if there's any audio in Jersey?
Come on, Ken. You got any audio in Jersey? Can you hear any of us?
And that would be a negative. Okay. So guess what? I am going to do my best Ken in Jersey impersonation here because I have his plays at least. So his first wager is going to be the Cincinnati Reds at the Philadelphia Phillies. He's going to take the over 9.5 in this one, and that's a high total. So I am guessing, well, you got 2 teams that can hit the baseball, that's for sure. But let's double check that pitching matchup just to give you a little more insight on this game. You have
Aaron Nola starts for the Phillies. I know that.
Yeah, and he's got a 5.91 ERA. And then we see Andrew Abbott has a 4.21 ERA for the Reds. Day baseball there in Philadelphia. But to your point, there's a lot of people on the Discord that love to fade Aaron Nola, and that's probably a good part of that handicap for Ken in Jersey. And once again, we're trying something new here with the podcast, and I apologize. We're live on YouTube and X, and unfortunately, when we're live, technical issues do happen. So that's what's going on tonight. So we will continue to roll through Ken and Jersey's picks, and his second wager is going to go to the WNBA, and he's going to fade the Connecticut Sun. They burned Coda Capper, Kyle and I on Monday night with a three-pointer in the final second when they were down 4 to get the backdoor cover against us. So I can't wait to bet against the Sun again. So I am excited to be tailing Kid in Jersey on this one. I'll be on the Seattle Storm with them minus the 3.5 at the minus 105. Suns still don't have a win on the season, but this game is still on the road for them. They've been on the road for a while now, so I like the spot for Seattle as well. So Kid in Jersey, his second pick is going to be the Storm minus the 3.5 at the minus 105. His next pick is going to be the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres. Two teams that can typically score some runs, but he's going to go the under 7 here at the minus 105, which leads me to believe we have a pretty good pitching matchup in this one. Mr. Ohtani is on the bump for the Dodgers. He'll get the call. He's 3-2 with a 0.82 ERA in the season. And Mr. Vasquez goes for the Padres. He is 5-1 this year with a 2.68 ERA. And FatDaddy14, when we're winning together, I always like to say, good pitching beats good hitting, and that should be the case between these guys here in this one between the Dodgers and the Padres under the 7 at the minus 105. So that is his third quarter play, and the next play, he's going to the NBA, going to the association. What a fantastic game number 1. Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and Fat Daddy 14, guess what? I had the over in that game, and I was not cashing after the first overtime. So should I feel like I had the right handicap or not? What do you think?
I don't think you had the right handicap, but you got the right result.
I did get the right result. I got to cash a ticket. There's a lot of times where I feel like I have the right handicap, but the wrong result. That game, I had the wrong handicap, but the right result. So Ken in Jersey, he's going to take a look at that game and say, if they needed double overtime to go over in the first game, that Spurs defense is causing the Thunder some issues. Things are not that easy for OKC. He's going to play the under 216.5 at the minus 110 in game number 2 of that series between the Spurs and the Thunder. Now, I believe he has his next pick. Here we go. And Fat Daddy 14, can you talk about this one?
Let's see. We got Stefan Castle over the 28.5 points, rebounds, and assists. Action is hard for me to talk about it from the simple. I'm not an NBA guy, but Ken is, and I typically tell his NBA player props kind of like I do with lock wagers. Lock was on one tonight, and I had to modify it because I couldn't get the same line he did, but I really can't. I have no handicap for that for him. I was hoping maybe you could because I'm not the NBA guy.
Okay, I was hoping you were going to bail me out there, but that's perfectly fine. Like you said, both you and Ken in Jersey went 3-2 last week. You guys had a winning week, and the NBA player props has been one of Ken's specialties. So let's fade it in the dark. Or excuse me, let's tail it in the dark here. We'll just believe in him, and we'll make the wager on that one. So once again, the over 28.5 PRA. And then why don't you do us the honors of the 2-point conversion? So last week you guys were so close. The guy to let you down is Scotty Scheffler, who in majors had finished in the top 10. I mean, how many times out of the last 20?
He had like 3 consecutive second place finishes. And he just ran into some trouble last week. And on Sunday afternoon, Ken and I were talking, and I told him, I was like, the field's going to have to come to him. I think he's going to have to get to 3 under to have a shot. He finished at 2 under, including missing a 2-foot putt, and finished 1 stroke out of tied for 10th. And that would have cashed our world-famous 2-point conversion. But we've got another one this week. And my leg of it is the Brewers-Cubs no runs first inning. You see that, and you rarely see a minus 205 Nerfy, but we got tomorrow it is. I do have that one. The winds, it's like 50 degrees, and the winds are blowing in at like 17 to 20 miles an hour, and so we got Cabrera going for the Cubs, who's been pretty solid this year, and I can't remember who's going for the Brewers, but the total is sitting at like 6 or 6.5, depending on your book. So I'm going Brewers Cubs, no runs first inning. Ken's back in one of the hottest, best teams in Major League Baseball, and I think they're tossing Sale tomorrow against Jason Junk and the Marlins. So he's taking them on the money line at a -199. Put those two legs together at a nice plus money, 2-point conversion at a plus 124.
Okay, very nice. I feel like this is the week. The 2-point conversion is going to hit. We can see Ken in Jersey on our screen right now. He's oh so close to being able to talk to us, but he can't hear us, and we can't. Yeah, it's technology. But FatDaddy14, I feel like this is going to be a good card this week. Do you want to go ahead and recap your 5 for this week?
Man, yeah. Let's run them down. So my 5, I'm along with the rest of the crew. I've got the Colorado Avalanche 60-minute money line at the -115. I'm running with Tampa Bay Rays money line at the -111. Taking on the Orioles. I got Boston Red Sox, Kansas City Royals, no runs first inning at the -120. I got the St. Louis Cardinals first 5 money line. I got at -118 against the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that's my 2-unit play of the day. And then my last play is the A's on the money line against the Angels at the -116.
Okay, very nice. And then Ken in Jersey, once again, is going to have the Reds and the Phillies over the 9.5 at the -105. Next screen, he's on the Seattle Storm minus the 3.5 at the -105 against the Connecticut Sun. He has the LA Dodgers and the San Diego Padres under the 7 at the -105. He has the Spurs and the Thunder under the 216.5 at a -110. He has the prop bet on Castle over the 28.5 PRA. And then once again, the 2-point conversion, Brewers, Cubs, Nerfy, plus the Atlanta Braves in a parlay. The Braves on the money line in a parlay at the +124. There it is. I'm going to say that's going to be a winner. I feel that's a winning card. You guys have been on a good run here, Fat Daddy 14.
Yeah.
What, 4 out of 5 weeks, I believe, in the win column?
Correct? Yeah, I think that last week we had 5 out of 6. We had 4 straight winning weeks.
Yeah.
We dipped a week, and we're back in the win column last week.
There we go. I like that trend. So that's it. Next time, Ken and Jersey will talk on this show. I guarantee you that. Until we meet again, manage that bankroll. Don't chase money. Have fun. And let's cash some tickets together. Good luck, everyone.